Lovelies, it's Paige here again with another flow for the month of July, and for this month we are doing a fire flow for all you Leos out there. Leo season is associated with the fire element, and it's also summer and hot outside. But the fire element is associated with our third chakra, our solar plexus chakra, which is right above our navel, right above our belly button. It's also associated with our digestion system and all those organs in there. The fire element is associated with transformation, transmutation, courage, willpower, determination, passion, and there's a lot of great things about the fire element, but when unbalanced, it can lead to things such as irritability, anger, frustration, destructiveness. So it's really important to make sure that our inner fire, inner flame is balanced. And so during this yoga practice, this short yoga flow, I'd like you to focus on the question of, what does my inner flame look like? I think it's important for us to know and be aware of what that flame is like in us, so we can know whether we need to balance it, or how to balance it, I should say. So maybe that is a candle for some, maybe that's a forest fire for others. So there's no right or wrong answer. It always depends on you, and if you are a Leo, you might be better tapped in to your fire element. But just focus on the question during this practice, and I hope you all enjoy. So we're gonna get started today in an easy seated pose, so Sukhasana. So come to your mat. You can have a block nearby if you'd like. I generally like to have one, but I may not use it. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. You can still do yoga. You don't even need a yoga mat to do yoga. This is more of an intermediate class, but if you are a beginner and want to challenge yourself, you are more than welcome to try this class out. I am simply a guide, and you have the job of listening to your body and honoring where it's at today. So with that being said, let's get into our yoga flow, our fire flow. So come into easy Sukhasana, one shin, one leg in front of the other. Make sure one shin is in front of the other, our hips are on the mat, rooting in, grounding down into the mat here. Make sure your shoulders are rolled down and back, spine straight, crown is lifted, chin tucked slightly. You're just gonna take a few deep inhales and exhales here in this pose. Coming into our body, back to our breath. You can inhale through the nose and exhale it out all through the mouth. And do those for a couple rounds. Nice deep cleansing breaths. In through the nose, filling up the lungs. And out through the mouth, letting it all go. If it's helpful, take a hand, place one hand over the heart chakra and the other hand over our solar plexus, and just notice your breath as it moves in and out of your body, that fluid motion. And inhale and exhale. It's a really great posture to assume when you need to just reconnect with your body, ground down. Just take the time to listen within, noticing our inner flames and what we can learn from the fire element. Let's take one more deep inhale here through the nose. And let it all out through the mouth. Loud sigh. Beautiful. Now bring your hands to your knees. We're going to do a side stretch here. So take your left hand, place it on your right knee. Let's bring our right hand to the side, palm up. Inhale to lift that arm. Exhale to extend that arm over to the left. You're going to feel a nice side body stretch here on the right side of your body. Breathing into all those spaces in between your rib cage, and all those bones there. You can let your head hang here if it's okay with your neck. We don't really want to carry any tension in our neck as we're doing this side stretch. And let's inhale back up to center, letting that right hand fall back down. We're going to come to the other side now. So right hand on left knee. Inhale to lift that left arm up, stretching up, and then exhale to stretch over, allowing that left arm to work with gravity here, not against it. It's falling over to the right. Breathing here. Deep breaths. And inhale back up. Let's inhale, lift all the way up, and exhale, fall forward, hinging from the hips here, making sure our hips don't come off the mat. Come as far as you want or can, all the way down to the ground, letting your head fall down. And just take a couple of deep inhales and exhales here. And then on your next inhale, slowly walk your hands back towards center and come up back to that Sukhasana position. And now we're going to come into our spinal twist. So let's extend our right leg out in front of us. And then take that left leg, keeping the left knee bent, and place it over to the side of that right leg. So the right foot is going to be flexed. And we're going to hold on to our left knee as we twist over to the side. But first, let's inhale to lift and exhale, twisting over to the left. You can keep your elbow kind of hooked on that left knee if you want, or hold on to that left knee with your hand to kind of support you as you twist deeper. Over to the left here. Making sure that left shoulder is rolled back. Our navels are towards our belly here, using a little bit of core strength as we twist. Breathing here. Nice inhalations and deep exhalations. And inhale, coming back to center. Let's extend that left leg this time. And bend into that right knee. Place that foot over to the left. Sitting up tall, making sure our hip bones are still glued to the mat. We want to ground down here. We're going to inhale to lift, extending that spine, and then exhale, using that nook of your elbow to hold on to your knee. Exhaling, twisting over to the right this time. Our left foot is still flexed. Breathing into that belly space. Let's take 2 more deep inhales and exhales here. And then on that third inhale, we're going to come back to center slowly, extending that right leg, just wiggling it out. And now let's come to tabletop. So make your way to your mat on all fours. Coming into tabletop, making sure your wrists are below your shoulders, knees below your hips. And from here, we're going to do extended tabletop. So maintaining a straight back. You're going to inhale, lift your right arm. And then, when you're ready, you're going to lift your left leg off the floor, pushing through the heel on the left foot, pushing through the left heel. Maintaining your balance here, using your core muscles, pulling in that navel towards your lower back. Breathing. And exhale, drop both limbs. We're going to do the other side now. So inhaling, lifting the left arm now, keeping that back straight. And then inhale to lift the right leg. Again, maintaining your balance here, really pushing away with your hand and using your left knee to support yourself here. Big inhale and exhale to lower. We're going to do it again on both sides. So, inhaling to lift the right arm, exhale, and when you're ready, inhale to lift the left leg. And let's inhale here, trying to reach higher. Gaze is still down on our mat. And exhale, let's round our back, take our elbow and knee to touch. Inhale, come back up, maybe even higher. Exhale, round the back, elbow, knee touch. Inhale, back to level. One more time. Exhale, round the back, elbow, knee touch. And then inhale, back to level. Exhale, drop both limbs. Back to tabletop. Let's do the other side now. You should notice your heat increasing, your fire element becoming a little bit more active as we do these core yoga poses. So let's inhale and lift that left arm, exhale. And then inhale when you're ready to lift the right leg. Inhale a little bit higher. Exhale, round the back, elbow, knee, tap. Inhale, back, level. Exhale, round, tap. Maintaining your balance here. Inhale, back up. Maybe go up a little higher. Exhale, last one. Tap. Inhale, back up. And exhale, dropping all the limbs. Okay, good job, yogis. Now let's come into our downward dog. So tuck our toes here. You can take your hands, move them a couple inches forward, and lift up from your knees and your hips, coming into downward dog, pedaling out your legs here. Really pushing away from the mat. Lifting your hips, pushing your chest towards your thighs. Taking a couple deep rounds of inhalations and exhalations here. Noticing how it feels in your body. And then inhale to come towards plank, but drop the knees. We're going to come and do a forearm plank. So come onto your forearms. Our hands are clasped. Forearms are as wide as elbows are as wide as our shoulders here. And when you're ready, you're going to step back and come into plank. Make sure you're lowering the hips here. Gaze is down on the mat. You've got this. Keep breathing. Notice how strong you are. Notice how much the fire element helps you in this pose. Keep breathing. Deep inhale. And exhale, lowering the knees gently. And come back up to our tabletop. We're going to come back into downward dog. Take some nice, deep cleansing breaths here. And let's lift the right leg on an inhale. Bend the knees on the exhale. Draw it down through towards the top of your mat. Coming into our high lunge here. So we're going to keep the back left heel lifted. On your next inhale, come up to your knee. And then when you're ready, extend both arms to come into our high lunge pose here. Breathing here, maybe taking a nice slight back bend. Your hips are still squared here. The knee is over the ankle. And if you want to challenge yourself even more in this pose, we're going to inhale to lift, and then on your next exhale, open your arms out to the side like a T. And then inhale to lift your arms back up, keeping those feet steady in your high lunge. Exhale, open up. Inhale, come back up. One more time. And exhale, open up. Going maybe a little bit lower. Inhale, lifting. And then exhale, cartwheel those hands all the way back down to the mat. Coming into your downward dog again. Breathing here. Let's come to the other side. Now let's come to the other side. So inhale, lifting that left leg all the way to the sky, three-legged dog, keeping those hips squared, pointing the toes. And then exhale, bend the knee, bring that knee all the way down through towards the top of your mat, keeping your back heel lifted. From here, inhale to lift on up, all the way to high lunge on the left side now. Hips are still squared. We're inhaling to lift up, exhaling to bend even a little bit deeper, sink deeper into our hips here. Breathing nicely, noticing your fire element becoming super active. Notice how it nurtures you in these poses, allowing you to sweat and detox. Breathing here. And if you want to go a little bit deeper, maintaining your balance, inhale to lift up, and then exhale, opening up to the left now with our T arms. Inhale up, exhale, opening up, maybe going a little bit deeper. Inhale, lift. One more time, exhale, open up to the left. And then inhale, back up. Really reaching for the sky. Exhale as you cartwheel your hands back down. Coming into our last downward dog. Breathing here. Just take one more cleansing breath here in your downward dog. Inhaling through the nose. And letting it all out through the mouth. On your next inhale, step hop or jump to the top of your mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Flat back here. Exhale, fold over again. Making sure your feet are planted. Inhaling, lifting all the way up. Fingertips touch. Exhale, palms back to heart center. Coming into our mountain pose. Hands out to the side, shining, palms shining forward. From here, we're gonna make our way down to our mat. So let's inhale, lift our arms all the way up, sweeping up, fingertips touch. Exhale, swan dive down, coming all the way down. Bending the knees and slowly rounding the back to roll down to the ground. We're gonna come to boat pose from here. Make sure your spine is straight here. You can use your hands and place them underneath your knees to really roll your shoulders back, lifting your chest here. And notice how that feels. And you can bring your arms out now to the side. You can stay here or you can lift your feet off the mat. You can stay here or you can extend your legs a bit, keeping your knees bent, or you can even straighten your legs all the way. Make sure you maintain that flat back, using your core strength here. Breathing. One more breath. Inhaling. And exhaling, slowly coming out of boat pose, Navasana. And from here, we're just going to do butterfly pose, Badaknasana. So take your feet and your heels, bring them together, and then bring them as close to your body as you can. And you can stay lifted here with your knees out to the side, or if you want, you can take your fingers, interlace them together, place them underneath your toes. Lift up, open up your chest, open up your heart space, and exhale to round down and come into a forward fold. Breathing here. And then on your next inhale, slowly roll back up, allowing your head to come up last. And take your hands, place them under your knees, and bring your knees together. We're just going to come to a seated pose here, whatever is comfortable for you. It can be Sukhasana or lotus or half lotus, whatever you'd like, yogi's choice. Now we'll just end our class with a little bit of mindfulness, honoring the fire element and honoring the time we take out of our busy days to spend doing yoga, practicing breathing. We can become so go, go, go in our culture. And even though the fire element helps with that productiveness, that masculinity, it's important to take a step back sometimes and use the water element, the opposite element, the element of yin, to ground us back down and help us become a little bit more fluid, a little bit more slow, utilizing yin to help us tame that fire element. So take a couple deep breaths, really breathing in all that beautiful, nourishing air into our lung space. And letting it go out through our mouth, cleansing our lungs, cleansing our inner organs with the breath of life here. So you can come back to that question. What does that flame look like for you? Maybe spend some time visualizing what it looks like. You can take both palms and place them softly over your solar plexus chakra and bring some more awareness and compassion into that space, honoring that flame, however big or small it is. Maybe asking what you need to do to help nurture it, to help balance it, so it can continue to guide you in your life. So spend as much time as you need here, yogis. Honoring Leo season, honoring the fire element, honoring yourself for this practice. When you're ready, you can leave this meditation and yoga practice, but for now, I will send you all away. The inner flame in me acknowledges, sees, respects, and sends love to the inner light in you. Namaste. Thank you, yogis, for this wonderful practice. I'll see you next month.